A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome everyone to another session of Find Your Truth. So let me just give a brief intro on VOTP and Find Your Truth as a training platform of VOTP. VOTP stands for Voice of the People, and VOTP was started after October 7th, 2023, when it was very clear that we needed each and every individual to stand up, raise their voice, and demand accountability from the world leaders. And as a part of VOTP, we realized that we need to empower each and every member of our community. And to be able to do that, we have launched this online platform called Find Your Truth. And through this platform, we aim to develop each and every member with all these skills, with the ways, attributes needed to be able to perform what they're supposed to be doing. And as Ramadan is coming up, we have this Ramadan workshop. It's a Ramadan challenge. Will you reap its benefits? And subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already given us all the tools we need to raise ourselves to that potential where we can fulfill all of responsibilities and rights. And, the whole purpose of this workshop is to be able to fulfill that. And Sister Faida, who's an experienced educationist and has tremendous experience with teaching kids, she has experience in the human rights and in curriculum development. So Sister Faida has made this curriculum, which is very, very simple, has small lessons with extremely reflective quizzes and assignments, which will inshallah transform you and make us, what we are supposed to become and fulfill our responsibilities as a Muslim. So inshallah, Sister Faida, go ahead, take it on from here.
Share my screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to see.
Thank you. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we are talking about Ramzan challenge. Will you reap the benefits? This is our second talk on that. The first talk we looked at what is the potential of Ramzan. Many of us are not aware of it, and Ramzan comes and goes, and we miss out the opportunity of really growing and getting benefits for ourselves. So talk 2 is about self-reflection. Is it optional or is it essential? That's what we are looking at today. The way we are doing this is I'll give a brief talk, and during the talk, I'll be asking questions. So please give your answers or give it in chat. And then after the session, you can also ask questions if you have any. So if you look at the world today, so what would you say? What is it in a good condition? If you look at the governance, the war, the crime rate, the health situation, the education, every area, if you look at it, it's impacting on you, isn't it? Am I right? It impacts on every one of us. It's not like we are living in an isolated area and it doesn't impact on us. It impacts on us. We are closely connected to the internet, to countries which are far away. They're also impacting on us. COVID is a good example of that too. So we are up and down based on what happens on the planet. So if I was to ask you what you had to give a rank to the world condition, and 10 is a rank that is like excellent, doing very well, going in the right direction, subhanallah. And a -10 would be where it's going downhill and getting worse and worse and worse. So if I was to ask you, what is the world condition, what mark would you give it? You can say it or you can write it in the chat, but please share what mark would you give the world condition today, how it stands. What would you say? Okay, so you're getting -5, -7. What about the others? What mark are you going to give it? It could be anything. I mean, it's your perception of what you think it is. Okay, just a look now, -7. All right. So, so for anybody, can everybody answer, please? Yeah, let's see. Okay, all right. So you're all giving very close to, the negative side. Nobody's on the positive side. So we are going in a downhill direction. That's what you're saying. So you got -7s and -6, -5 marks on this. So what would you say is, how would we define our reach and responsibility of this word? How would you define it? Is it like our reach and responsibility is limited to ourselves, our family, maybe to a little extended family, maybe it's extended to our community, and maybe it goes beyond that and we care more about the city or the town or the province or the country or the world. Where would you say, how are we as an ummah defining our reach and responsibility collectively? Where would you put it? At what level is it, are we? We've got to realize it, because if you're saying it's -7, -6, then obviously we are not reaching, are we? We're not being responsible. Yeah, okay. Yes, Sister Fana, it says we are currently only caring for ourselves, our family, maybe at the most. Some people are not even doing that, to be very blunt about it. I was talking to my accountant yesterday, and he said it's not about, caring for even the outside. Even when I was in running my school, people in the neighborhood would take their garbage and throw it on the street. He said you can't even, he's not even caring for the street and the community you're living in. But he says it's got to a point where you don't even care about the people in the family anymore. It's mostly like that. And, and you don't care for the space you live in. Maybe you start caring for the space and keep it tidy, but even that's going, maybe your bed is tidy now and the rest of the room is untidy. So it's going in that direction, the reach and responsibility, right? Me and my family, आप कह रहे हैं, ये उर्दू में क्या लिखा है, हम अपनी भी, what is this word? Please help me on this. हम अपनी भी, what is this word?
केयर नहीं कर रहे मैम।
हम अपनी भी केयर नहीं कर रहे. Okay, yes. So yes, you're right. We are not. We look at our health and we are not caring for it. We are. So how does Ramadan relate to this reach and responsibility? What do you think? Does it relate to it? Does it not relate to it? What is Ramadan about? Does it relate to it? Should my reach and responsibility increase after 30 days of fasting? Or is it just about I don't eat from Sari to Aftar and that's it, and no other change comes in me? Does Ramzan relate to me becoming a better person, taking more responsibility? Yeah. Do you agree? It's not just about starting to fast and then finishing the fast. It has to be more than, it is more than that. And unless you intend it to be more than that, it's not going to be more than that, right? So if you find, why do you think our reach what is stopping our reach? What is the thing that is this? Something stopping it. We all want the world to be a better place, right? So do we feel helpless? Are you feeling helplessness? Are you feeling that nothing changes? It's all the same. Whatever you do, nothing gets better. In spite of being so connected through the internet and across countries with phones and everything, we still feel, are you feeling disconnected? From, even your family members, one feels disconnected. Is there increased stress and anxiety in your life? So, okay, all right. So, Yes, consciously we need to be putting the effort. But if these are the issues, if any one of these is the issues, helplessness, stagnation, disconnections, increased stress and anxiety, this workshop is for you. You've got to do this workshop. You've got to go through your steps, and because you can't really do anything. If you're feeling any one of these things, you're not going to make any change. You're not going to make change in yourself. You're not going to make change in your family or the world at large. So the courses at Find Yourself enable you to identify yourself, your true potential, and rise above all these feelings. So it's worth investing your time in it. The more time you give to it, you'll come out of it and feel much better about yourself and about helping people. So the idea is that anyone who realizes they are feeling like this, and they shouldn't be feeling like this, are way ahead of those people who don't even realize that it's wrong to feel this way. They are just stuck in it day after day after day after day. And they get worse, their health gets worse. It's a blessing when one can identify that there is something wrong and I must change. And we should do shukr to Allah Ta'ala that He has given us that wisdom to spot it. So I'm just going to look at one area of state of world hunger. Right, there are 828 million people who go to bed hungry every night. This is the world we are living in. Will Allah Ta'ala ask us about it? And if because numbers are so big, sometimes the mind is not able to comprehend with them. They're too big numbers. If I was to say 528 million, it would probably mean the same to us. Because the numbers are so big, the mind cannot think in like that. But if you say that out of every 10 people, one person goes hungry every night, now you can think about it. So if you had 10 people in your neighborhood and one person was going hungry every night, you would do something about it, wouldn't you? You and I would do something about it. And that's the connection we need to start building and caring about people. So there are 3.1 billion people don't have access to sufficient supply of safe and nutritious food. The population in all is 8 billion on the planet. So 3.1 don't have that access that they should have. So are you asking yourself, the way the world is today has something to do with you and me? Should we be asking this question, that this is happening in our world? And we should be asking it, shouldn't we? Allah Ta'ala is going to ask us, I think, on accountability. When our accountability is taken, what did you do? You had this data. And so what have we failed to do? Why is it like this? Why is it like this? What have we failed to do as a ummah? What have we failed to do? What do you think?
I think because we are not in power, that is the reason. अगर हमारे पास एज अ उम्मा अगर हमारे पास पावर होगी और हम इस्लाम की जो टीचिंग्स हैं और जो रूल्स हैं उनको अप्लाई करेंगे तो भी ये प्रॉब्लम्स जो है ये खत्म हो सकती हैं दुनिया में.
But those people in power, they are Muslims. Why aren't they doing it? हम भी कह रहे हैं ना, हम भी नहीं कर रहे अपनी community में. We are not doing it in our communities. We don't go and find out how many people are hungry. Let's create a brotherhood or community. So we ourselves are lacking the application. What do you think, Sister Sadia? Is it?
उसमें तो यही कह सकती हूँ कि हेल्पलेसनेस तो नहीं है बल्कि ये सेल्फिशनेस ही है.
We get so engrossed in our own areas and worried about them. Although
हम अपने बारे में केयर करते हैं और हम सोचते भी नहीं है कि दूसरे कोई भूखे सो रहे हैं, नहीं हंग्री सो रहे हैं. हम सिर्फ इतना केयर करते हैं कि हमें इस टाइम कितना चाहिए और हमें क्यों नहीं मिल रहा, और अगर नहीं मिल रहा तो हम इस बात पे भी शिकायत करते हैं कि हमें क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है, इवन कि हमारे पास इतनी फैसिलिटीज होने के बाद भी। और जो हंगरी से हो रही है वो हम उसके लिए कुछ नहीं करते, बस हम यही शिकायत करते हैं कि अल्लाह से कि हमें ये क्यों नहीं चीज मिली, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग।
You're right. And there's something wrong with that. That's like worshipping your own desires rather than worshipping Allah Ta'ala. Yes, I mean, inshallah, through our collective effort, we will rise to a better state. So if we look at what causes world hunger, we'll see that wars and conflicts they cause world hunger. Climate change and natural disasters cause world hunger. Social inequality is on the rise, isn't it? It's growing and growing. Rich people are getting richer and richer. Poor people are getting poorer and poorer. That causes world hunger. Unfair global trade. There's countries get together and make a trade agreement. When the European Union was formed, the farmers in UK were told not to use their farmland to grow crops, because the trade agreement was that France would supply this or Germany would supply this, and they would give them the money. That you don't produce it, but here's your money. And then what happens to the land, and what happens to the person who gets used to not working and just getting, this free money? And now we're outside the European Union, and here we are, that they have to produce it now. So governments get together and have a trade agreement, and it impacts on the lower person, the person who's in the country, on his livelihood, and that's kind of taken away. And poor governance and infrastructures are also lacking. Land grabbing from local people who are small, have small pieces of land. The businesses buy them out, or the government buys it out, say our land, our land. And again, the people at you and me, like on their own, they suffer through that. And conditions are also changing. Climates are changing. So, of course, you can't grow the same crops, or you grow them and they go all wrong. And how that help needs to be provided by the government. That's missing. So in the end, the people at the bottom, the people who are working, they're the people who suffer. So our own education is also not keeping up with things. Job industry is changing drastically, and the skill level that is required is not being provided by the universities. So that again creates people without jobs, and it leads to people being very poor and not able to support themselves. Of course, the major one is food wastage. That is like incredible. People going hungry, and food wastage is quite a major cause of world hunger. And then, I was looking at the statistics of obesity. Obesity. So what is obesity? So you take the body mass index. If you take your weight in kilograms and you divide it by your height in meters, and again, that's squared, so height squared, you're dividing weight divided by height squared. And if you get the figure between 18 and 25, you're in the healthy bracket. If you get the figure between 25 and 30, you're overweight. And the first class 1 obesity is between 30 and 35, and then they keep going higher. Right? So you see the ranking of countries, and the first 10, the first 9 you see are little islands. They're little islands, and people are very obese over there because they've been introduced to junk food, and there's no purpose. So then there's no purpose. You just eat and have a good time. So there's a lot of obesities in the first 9 ones. But after that, look where we are coming. You've got Kuwait with 45% people obese, Qatar 43%, Egypt 43%, United States 42%. Here down here, Saudi Arabia 41% obese, and so on. So why do you think the ranking on obesity is higher for Muslim countries? What would you say? Why is that? And can you think of any reason why are Muslim countries in the obesity bracket?
I mean, they have a lot of, these are rich countries, right? So yeah, so they have a lot of food, and again, poor choices, and again, not rightly using the resource of food.
Right. Who do you think is responsible for that? Too much luxury, Sister Jazia is saying. Yeah. So who is responsible for that? Who do you think is responsible? If I get obese, who's responsible?
You. So
Yes, responsible. Right. So now I'm going to show you something else, which is very interesting. It's very interesting as a statistic. Here we go. So this is the year before, I think, the figures. So now you're looking at the female obesity rate in the same country and the male obesity rate. So what do you find?
oh my gosh, subhanallah.
That the woman rate is much higher. Kuwait, 49% female obesity, male is 37%, right? So you go down 54% in the Bahamas, female obesity, and 31 in male. And you go down to the Muslim countries here, 47% in Libya, female obesity, 33. Everybody understood obesity, right? Everybody's going to find out if they're obese or not by applying the formula, checking their height and weight. Yeah?
Yeah.
So Ariba says the government is responsible. Why would the government be responsible, Sister Ariba, for obesity? Isn't that an individual thing? And here, I'm showing you Bahrain is also 42% females, 33% here. Egypt, 48%. For nearly 49% women obese. And how many male? 25. So who cooks the food in the home?
A woman.
Okay, but why would they be obese? Why would they be obese? So a lot of eating is done because of emotional feeling, right? If you have a lot of stress and anxiety, then you tend to overeat just to compensate for that feeling of lack. What should I do? What should I do? Okay, it gives you a good feeling. You're eating something, and also the hormone cortisol gets released, and that makes you also desire sugary foods and fatty foods. Boredom would lead to also eating. You don't have any purpose. You're moving around, not doing anything. Okay, let's eat this. Let's get some sensation out of that. Loneliness and social isolation would do it as well, because it's very comforting to eat. You feel more satisfied that way. And sadness and depression, you would eat just a temporary escape from what you're feeling. But basically, if you don't have a purpose in life, you're going to eat and get obese. If you have an enforced purpose, it's not your purpose, but you have to do it. You're being forced to do it. You will get obese as well. You will overeat. Or if you have a purpose, supposing you want to do something, you want to go and educate children, or you want to go to a certain place and help people there, or you want to become a doctor and serve in that way, and you're neglecting that purpose, then also you compensate because you feel, you feel stress and anxiety because you're not doing what you want to do. And if you are enforcing it again, you'll have stress, boredom, sadness, depression, all these things will come. So one tends to overeat. So we tend to overeat in Ramadan too. Why would that be? So Ramadan fasting, not feasting. Why are we overeating in Ramadan? Maybe we don't know the purpose of it. It could be that we are unaware of the purpose of it. So that's why the course, would help you to establish a purpose for yourself. And especially our next session is about that, would be look at that area to make sure that, the purposes are established. And of course, I think From, when my husband gets a problem with his heart or something, I always look at myself. What did I do? Am I cooking the right food? Am I, buying the right shopping? So, from a women's viewpoint, I think one has to be careful. Don't you think? Are we responsible? Children also get used to it.
Yeah.
So we have to be a little more responsible in that area. So we say then, if each person has the potential of making a positive impact, we can't leave it to the government, we can't leave it to the education system, we can't leave it to the health system. We have got the potential to put things right. Even if on this problem of world hunger, at least start from our own home and take away the obesity and all the diseases and everything that are spreading because we are eating wrong foods. It all depends on what you do with what you have, right? You think both of us, all of us, can be a bit more responsible on this area? Sister Nikat is saying women are less active. Are they, Sister Nikat? Don't you do a lot of housework? I think we do a lot of housework, even if we're on the move. Yeah, and that is again, you're saying women don't have time for themselves due to stress. Well, women need to sort that out. It's not really acceptable that they don't give themselves time to grow spiritually. That in itself is a major outpoint, because if woman is like the strong foundation of a home, if she's out, everything's out. So she needs to give that time to herself, and she needs to give to other people in the home duties to do a little bit of washing, cleaning, and everything. They need to also participate and make sure that she's getting her time. She needs to make sure she's getting her time. Do you agree, Sister Nikat? You can't be taking the stress. Yeah, you can't be taking that stress. That is not Islamic to have stress in yourself. The whole idea of our courses are that you remain in a pure state. If you are stressed, you're not in a pure state. So inshallah, by working together, we can make this area, improve on it. Each one of us can improve on it. And how will you bring change in your eating habits this Ramadan? That's a question for you. Will you be bringing some change in your eating habits this Ramadan? Good. What kind of change? Anybody want to share? Anybody want to share? What kind of change? It encourages every one of us. If you share, what kind of change? Yes.
I think I will try, to avoid more the fried food. And and for that, I'm trying to get more knowledge what kind of food are more good in the Ramadan, because sometimes we just blindly follow the culture. Okay, this is the culture, we have to have all those things in Ramadan. Without that, Ramadan's you don't fulfill
yes, you don't feel.
Yeah,
you feel
have to
that it's
change
like
your
a
mind.
ceremony. It becomes a ceremony. You have to do.
Yes, you have to do. Yeah.
You're right. And we should simplify it. We should simplify that eating thing. It needs to, maybe you need to start gradually, but so that everybody gets used to it in the family. So inshallah, we'll have a better eating habit systems on. So I have a question for you. What changes are you genuinely seeking in yourself in Ramzan? If I was to ask you, sisters are saying we'll have less sugar and less sleep and more learning. So that's positive. So genuinely seeking, because that's all you're going to get. If you're seeking it, you are going to get it. You are going to go in that. But if you're not setting a goal, then basically you're limited in what you will achieve in Ramzan. So we said that that we wanted to do self-reflection, yeah? And some more answers coming in. So yes, Sister Shazia Zaib saying more focused and disciplined, getting more close to Allah. Sister Riba saying yes, yes. So if is self-reflection, an option, should we be doing it or not doing it? Let's look at what happens when we are not doing any self-reflection. There's limited growth in us. If you're not going to look at yourself and see, what am I all about? What did I do or not do? There's going to be limited growth. You're going to be stagnant in your way of looking at life. There'll be reduced emotional intelligence because you yourself don't understand yourself. So you can't even act with empathy and, relate to other people. So relationships also weaken. There's more stress and anxiety. Whenever there's more stress and anxiety in your life, you have to reflect. There's something else. And difficulty in decision-making happens when you are not self-reflection is not taking place. And feeling lost, directionless, and confused. That again is something that happens if there's no self-reflection taking place, right? So inshallah, we start this journey of workshop Ramzan Challenge. Will you reap the benefits? And the first step is self-awareness, self-consciousness. And how do you gain that is, we did some, this was our question, am I my thoughts, my emotions? Maybe I'm my perceptions, maybe I'm experiencing, maybe I'm made up of my experiences, or maybe I'm the content of my life. So again, the workshop will answer that for you. If you go through the various steps, you will find out who you are and what are your parts. What do you have to control and what should not control you? So inshallah, if you go through this journey, you will come out much stronger, much more aware of yourself. So you only achieve what you focus on. So if you focus on, I'm going to do Sari and Iftar, and that's my one rosa done, that's it. That's what will happen. That's what you're going to get. Or you say that I'm going to read so much of the Quran and do the tilawat, and that's what's going to happen. So what we are saying is that the focus needs to be much wider, because Quran, namaz, rosa, all a means to something. They're not an end in themselves. And, we need to use them for the right purpose. And that purpose you have to define for yourself. It will be different for you. It will be different for Sister Farhana. It will be different for me. It's very personal. At this time, you're going through something in your life that Allah Ta'ala is giving you, and you will set the focus of where you want to be and where you want to improve first, what you want to do, how you want to do it. So we are saying that self-reflection is the way forward in life. If you don't do self-reflection, there is going to be issues, and you're going to be very sad and lonely, and you're going to be frustrated, unable to make decisions. So have everybody made the decision that they're going to self-reflection, there's going to be self-reflection right through their life, even after Ramzan? Do you think it's optional, or is it essential, self-reflection?
It's essential, got to be done every time.
Yeah. And is the Ummah doing it? We're not even teaching it in schools.
No.
We don't even teach it.
Yeah.
We just bypass it and just tell the kid, get your marks right. Go through the Islamiyat lessons, get your marks right. There's no self-reflection, there's no connection. So inshallah, through these courses, we are trying maximum students must come on this course. It's going to give them calmness. They are going to do better in their exams. They are going to achieve much better goals in life if they do this, because this makes them powerful in whatever they want themselves to do in life. So please encourage youngsters to join. We are relying on them for a better world. We need for them to be much, much stronger so that they can bring change. So last time we started this project about getting to know myself. It's all about self-reflection, and we gave 18 questions, which I'm not going to repeat. You can go to Talk-1 and look at them. It's part of also your workshop. So if you come to that point, you can also look at it there. And it's like peeling an onion. These are like the outside you're just peeling, just to find out a little bit more about yourself. It just starts you on the journey. And we've got the advanced steps that occur later. So these 18 questions we had last time that you can go and look at in talk 1. And now we are looking at what is the goal? What is the goal? You need to start thinking about it, because this would be our talk 3 on Ramadan. Many fast without truly unlocking Ramadan's transformative power. So what transformation are you seeking? This is a question you should be asking yourself. Yeah, within yourself. If I say, Sister Shazia say, what transformation are you seeking? This, you should be able to write it down. So I'm like this now, I want to be like this. I'm like this now, I want to be like this. You know yourself, and you can write those points. And we'll go through it a bit more next time. This time I'm just still peeling the onion on self-reflection. So we're taking you through some questions here that you can start these exercises now. It will help you, because you'll get to know yourself. But you can also do them right the way through Ramadan, because it purifies you if you recognize that you are there's something lacking. So if I take like today's day, and I said, what happened? So I said, my brother took my things without asking me. That's number 1. He took my things away without asking me. And what did I do? Well, I shouted. I shouted at him, became sad, and sulked for hours. That's what I did. Right? And then you say, what would have been better? What would have been better for me to do? And, well, the better thing would have been for me not to waste my time being sad and sulking, right? Done something useful. And I should have had better behavior with my brother. So even through that little step, I mean, I do this with, with my teachers and with my students. Just this little things starts opening the door on self-reflection. Right? So next one is I passed the exams. And what happened? I passed the exam. I was really happy. I was overjoyed. What did I do? I boasted about it everywhere, right? And what should have been better? I should not have made others feel bad because I passed the exam and, I was boasting about it. So I should have thanked Allah and praised Him for what I achieved. So number 3 is I did work on time. I was given an assignment and I did it on time, and I moved on and I progressed. So what did I do? I was responsible about the work that was assigned to me. And what would have been better? Well, I did well and will be mindful of my time and continue to improve. Yeah. So whatever is positive, please note that. You're not just looking for negative things. Look at the positive things and reinforce the positive things too. Number 4, did you want to say something, Sister Fana?
No, I just said it's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on number 4, I had a good time with my friends. So what did I do? I ate too much food, crisps, sweets, drinks. I laughed with them at others. It was fun. Well, what should have been better? Well, I should have eaten less junk food. I should not overeat at meals. I should exercise. I should have not joined in laughing. In fact, I should have shown a little bit of disapproval because others were laughing at somebody else. Right? So would this kind of thing, just going through, would this kind of thing help? Yeah. Would you make you more aware of yourself? Yeah. So you could even do this verbally with younger children. Can we mute it?
Ma'am, give me buttons, please.
Ma'am, I have a question. हम अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ मतलब के हंस क्यों नहीं सकते? मतलब कि in school we laugh. Why we don't laugh?
Laugh at home?
मैम हम स्कूल में फॉर एग्जांपल हम मजाक कर रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल जोक कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे को.
अच्छा, ये example here. You're talking about the example I gave.
जी जी जी.
Yeah, I was
मैं
talking
लास्ट
about.
एग्जांपल के बारे में.
No, it wasn't like you should laugh. You should have a lot of laughing, Sister Ariba. I'm not stopping you from that. I'm saying laughing at others.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, laughing at others. It was like, yeah, that was us. Okay, Sister Shazia, you okay now? I made you the co-host, right? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Mm.
thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, yes, we talked about this, and you can do it in the home, and you can do it on yourself and start peeling that onion to get down. So read yourself, not people. Be more interested in ourselves, not in judging other people, right? So this is also the next one that you could do. What do I like doing very much? Write 10 things you like doing very much. You know, I like being with my friends. I like eating chocolate. I like going for walks. I like, playing this kind of game, or I like gossiping, or I like eating this food. Whatever. What do you like doing very much? Learn about yourself. Learn about yourself. What do I not like doing? Well, I don't like doing homework. And I don't like cleaning my room. I don't like to talk to my sister. Just whatever is right for you, write it down. What do I react badly to? I react badly to my brother teasing me, or I react badly to my mother giving me a lecture again. So find out where you are reacting. You know, what do you react badly to? You know, somebody criticizes you, somebody says something negative, somebody laughs at you. Do you react? And then on what do I waste my time? Maybe you're wasting time talking a lot on WhatsApp or on social media, going on the internet, spending a lot of time, or watching TV or computer games. So, or thinking or wondering. Thinking and wondering a lot of time goes away. Do you notice that sometimes? We start thinking about something and it just goes on and on. So you need to say, on what do I waste time? So when you've answered them, 6 or 10 or how many, you ask for each one of them why. Why do I like that very much? Why do I not like doing that? Why do I react badly to criticism? Yeah. On what do I waste time? Why do I waste time on on WhatsApp? Well, why do I do that? What is the need that I do that? What is missing in my life that I do that? I know it's a waste of time. Hours go by. I'm not doing what I should be doing. Well, why am I doing that? Yeah. Will you try and do that? Will it be helpful?
Yes.
Inshallah. So Ramzan can become ritualistic exercise lacking true intention and meaningful impact. And we are saying that we need to peel this onion. The roots are very far below. And those of you who have done the workshop, the last one, overcoming self-limiting beliefs, have started going in at the roots now. You know, you did the first 2-3 courses, and now you're really trying to get at the root and dig out the root so that you'll get purifying yourself, inshallah. So if it does get like that, Ramzan ritualistic for you, please look at your purpose. Please find out what is the purpose of Ramzan. And the courses will help you do that. Ramzan Challenge will help you find the real purpose of Ramzan and stick to it, inshallah. And you can remind yourself, because you'll have a much deeper meaning about it. And these words that we talked about, worship, self-reflection, and purification, these also you have a greater understanding of it through the course. So Allah Ta'ala says that Allah loves those who are constantly repentant, tawbah, the word is, and loves those who purify themselves. So can you repent without self-reflection? Can you do it?
No.
No. So we need to, in order to apply this, we need to self-reflect. Can you purify if you don't self-reflect?
No.
You're right. You're all answering right correctly. We can't do it. Allah Ta'ala wants us to repent because we have all done wrong. None of us are in that category where we are all perfect. None of us are like that. We've all done mistakes. We've all done sins. And we need to, and as you rise spiritually, those things that you accepted as fine, you can see the sin in them, and it's a journey of purification. Inshallah, we'll get there. So please do move forward on the course. Do it as fast as you can. The more you do it, but don't rush it without understanding. The more you do it, the more benefit in Ramzan. And we've gone through these ayats last time about what is success and what is, what is real taqwa, piety. What is that? What is that? So those who keep their promise and observe piety, observe taqwa. What is taqwa is explained in the course that you will be doing. And that Allah certainly loves the muttaqeen. Again, those with taqwa. So this one we go into quite detail in the course. In Ramzan, what is your purpose? Should you change? In what way? We'll cover in talk 3. And inshallah, you will do these areas as well, all these questions that I'm writing. Make sure that you take responsibility for yourself. Nobody else is going to do it. Making yourself pure or impure is your choice. No other person can purify you. This journey is yours to take. And it's a beautiful journey. It's a very peaceful one. It's a very satisfying one. No other journey is like this one. And things sort out, problems sort out, inshallah, as you go through it. So that brings me towards the end of this talk. I'm ready to take any questions. Please do answer the survey. Sister Yasmin or Sister Shazia, are we putting the survey or do you need any help?
I need help, ma'am. Kindly share it, please.
Yeah, sure. How was it? Any questions? Any questions? Did you gain anything from it? Please share. It encourages everybody. Please share in the group. Why is the group so quiet? Why don't we talk in groups? We're connected. If you say something, a little bit was going on. It was nice to see people talking to each other. I put the survey in there. Shall I give you a few minutes? Please do answer. We're very, very keen for more people to join the Ramzan challenge. Will you reap the benefits? Thank you, Sister Azza. Allah Ta'ala bless us all with wisdom. It's so important to get more people through this, through this journey of spiritual empowerment journey, physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually strengthened. This is our all goal for Ramzan. We all need to strengthen in all areas. Inshallah, we'll do that. Are you doing the survey now? Should I check how many have done it? Any questions on the survey? If you're not understanding, please tell me. Last time we had quite a lot of people answering the survey. It's very helpful when you do, one of the interesting things that came up last time was a few people thought that other people knew them better than they knew themselves. Why would that be? On the survey, people thought that. Why would that be?
Yeah, I think people are observing you more than, you spent your time, looking inside.
So other people seem to have their opinion about me, and yet I don't have an opinion about myself. So I'm not doing the self-reflection. And they're looking at me and telling me I'm like this and I'm like that, and I get upset when they do that. Right? I'm going to get upset. So they don't know me anyway, so their reflections don't count that much.
Yeah.
You have all the data about yourself, and you are the one. Your self-reflections count. And Allah Ta'ala, guides us, gives us wisdom, shows us the way to overcome anything that's lacking in us. Yeah. Are we doing surveys, Sister Shazia? I need your encouragement to get everybody to do surveys.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it as well.
Well, everyone else is doing it. Sister Shazia will be checking on you.
Yes.
So did anybody do the 18 questions that were there last time? The video is still there. It's also coming in the workshop. So inshallah, please look at the questions. They are self-reflective questions. You start peeling the onion. Anybody wants to share anything? Will you do the homework? Did anybody do the homework? It doesn't look like anybody did the homework last time. Please look at the 18 questions, yeah? And look at the exercises in this video too. I'll put them up, inshallah, by tomorrow. So look at the talks and do the assignments for talk 1 and 2. If the more you do them, the more you're peeling that onion. And then in Ramzan, you can get more and more gains. You have to start the journey of trying to self-reflect and seeing things. And also listen and apply to the nourishing body and the talk that Sister Safia gave. And, you can plan out your food and everything and get that sort of all sorted out and agreed with the family. That's part of how to do it. And inshallah, talk 3 will be about setting your goals for Ramzan. And the questions I ask, what are you seeking? What would you like to gain? Please think about it. Write it on a piece of paper. Share it with us next visit. It encourages everybody. If you say something, I might think, oh, I should have that as a goal. So let's just do that all together and make a very strong group which rises spiritually. May Allah Ta'ala help us to remember, to remember Him all the time, to be grateful to Him, and to worship Him and Him alone all the time. May this be our journey. Any questions? Any questions? How are we doing?
Yeah.
Can anybody tell us what they are, what they are preparing for Ramzan? Anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, subhanAllah. I think this Ramadan definitely, been inspired by Sister Safia's talk on nutrition. And that's going to be important. Increase the protein in the diet, So that's definitely one thing. Reduce the carbs. That was one big thing. And the second thing was, for personal, I just wanted to, go through the Quran with the meaning, try to do as much as I could do that with the meanings and translation, reflecting on that. So that was, that was one of the other things as well.
I want, Assalamu alaikum. I want to finish the course before Ramadan. This is my goal, inshallah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Alhamdulillah. Better hurry up and write.
Inshallah, yeah. It's just I'm trying to be more organized to just focus on the course because I feel like this will benefit more if I'll do it before, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Inshallah. Even if it overlaps 1 week into Ramzan, because the last section is more about Eid, so even if you get to the chunk of it before Ramzan, it's quite good. You can always go over the theory while you're in Ramzan, go over it again, so just to reinforce it. Try and get as many. Sister Fana, you want to say about trying to get more people on and sharing it and,
Yeah, absolutely. SubhanAllah, I think, most of you have been with us, and if you think that this is valuable and, this is beneficial for our Ummahs, then please go ahead and, forward this. So we have the, the initial recording of what this workshop is, you can forward that. and that has a WhatsApp group, as a link. So please forward that in all your WhatsApp groups. Talk to anyone and everyone whom you see, and let them know about this course and how this is going to help them. So, and do that. And also on your, if you are active on social media, you could post there too, on behalf of Find Your Truth. So please go ahead and spread the word, and inshallah get the kids enrolled as well. I'm going to get my kids sign up as well, so the kids can get enrolled. That's one way. And the other thing was, if you have if you're working in a school, or if you are in a Sunday school, or linked with masajid, then encourage the people there to run this workshop, or get the kids signed up for this workshop as well. So these are some of the ways how you could contribute to this journey of raising everyone, and awakening everyone, and making ourselves the best possible versions of ourselves, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And please forward the the YouTube this thing as well, people, and with your personal comment, this is beneficial, this is what I learned, please listen to this, so please do that extra step of putting in your personal message as well. That's what creates other friends to look at it, inshallah.
Also mention what things stop them. Sometimes they don't like to be lectured to, but we're not doing that. They can do it in their own time. They can reflect on it. They have to send, the assignments are short. Whatever makes people not want to do it, you handle that. Ask them, why don't you want to do it? What is your purpose for Ramzan? What are you trying to achieve? So once you get them to a point where they really want to improve, then say this is an easy way to, get going on it and grow spiritually. So if you need any help, you can reach out to Sister Fran and myself, and we'll help out. But we really like children to get on, especially teenagers. Life is very demanding for them, and I think parents worry about them too. So inshallah, we can contribute all our contribution. May Allah Ta'ala accept it in the sincerity with which we are doing it, inshallah.
Ameen. Yeah.
Ameen. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording then, yeah?